Let's face it, most of the time, elections in stable democratic countries don't make that much difference to people's lives, and certainly don't make that much difference to financial markets. But this one is different. Trump has a clearly different foreign policy and a very different trade policy. Tariffs is his favorite word. That is bad news for exporters. If you're in the automotive sector in Europe, including the UK, that's bad news, because that means he doesn't want exports. He wants to force those things to be made in America. But it would be very bad news on Ukraine. It's not clear what his policy is in practice. But even the lack of clarity, of course, is very damaging.
Yeah.
Because if you've got lack of clarity, well, that is an incentive to the Russians to keep going, to Putin to keep going. And it could lead to a very confused diplomatic and military picture. Trump seems to have the idea of telling both sides to stop fighting, more or less where they are.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I think the Ukrainians have invaded a part of Russia itself in the Kursk region is as a hedge against that possible demand from a future President Trump. But what would happen if the war ended where they are now is not only a terrible injustice to Ukraine, but also it would just store up the next war.
Yeah.
Unless Ukraine has security guarantees or can join NATO in the future, Putin will come back for the rest in a couple of years. And that takes you back to, that's an immense strategic problem and financial drain on Europe, including the UK, if that happens.